Alright YouTube, this is Brandon again with Motovlog number 2. And tonight I decided to record at night because I just wanted to see how my GoPro does. So tonight I'm going to talk about where I work. And if you can't tell yet, I work at the Disneyland resort here in California. So tonight I'm just going to go over what my job is, what do I do here, and if you're interested in a job here, what are the steps you need to take to get that job. Let's start off slow. So how long I've been working here? I've been here about just over 6 months now, and it's a pretty interesting job. I would say it's not a great long-term job, just because it's pretty redundant. I work here in the Security 2 department. There are many jobs here, all the way from horticulture, which means all these plants you see here, they're responsible for taking care of those plants, to food service, to attractions, but pretty much there's 2 security departments here, Security 1 and Security 2. So I work in Security 2, and pretty much how that works is Security 2 handles all the guest screening. So we handle, checking bags to operating the magnetometers. And Security 1 pretty much, in short, does everything else. So they handle the hotel security, the park security, the downtown Disney security. The thing is, the difference between the two is, one, Security 2 gets a higher starting salary. So right now, the Security 2 officer starts at about $13 an hour, and then I believe the Security 1 officers make about $11.75. If you're interested in working here, you just pretty much go to disneylandjobs.com and just search up security and put in for it. I was hired as full-time, so I get typically around 50 hours because I work a lot of overtime here. Depending on the department that you apply for, overtime may not always be available. I know Security 1 is primarily part-time, so you'll get between 20 hours and 40 hours. But again, depending on the peak season and whatnot. So right now it is mid-May, so the weekends are considered peak times and the weekdays are mostly considered value times. And if you ever looked at the Disneyland prices, the day tickets are not the same every day. So depending on the peak time or value time or regular day, the ticket could be anywhere from $99 for a one-day ticket to $130 for a one-day ticket. And they just raised them too. So again, depending on the position you put in for, you may be only getting 20 hours a week. Compared to Security 2, a lot of us are full-time, so we get 40 hours plus. I even talked to some people here that get 60 hours a week, and Disney has no problem paying the overtime, which is amazing because if you want it. So this past Easter week I made, I worked 6 days, plus Easter Sunday I had off, but we get paid holidays even if we don't work them as full-time cast members in Security 2. So I took home a fairly good check that week. But again, if you're interested, just head on over to disneylandjobs.com or even private message me and I can help you out through the process, because Disney's looking to hire a bunch of Security 2 officers with the new screening process and whatnot. Another question I get asked a lot is, can you get me into Disneyland for free? And my answer is no. I cannot get you in. I can get my family members in, my close friends in. If you get a job here, you get something called a main entrance pass and your ID. Your ID will get you in on pretty much any day, except for a few very busy days. Your main entrance pass, depending on how many dependents you have, will get them in on certain days. So since I have 0 dependents, I'm defaulted to 3 people on my main entrance pass. Meaning, on certain days, I can bring me plus 3 people into the park. Which is fairly good if, you know, you want to take your friends or family. And I can do that 16 times per year. Now, if it's just me wanting to get in the park, I can get in as many times as I want. Only my main entrance pass is limited to the 16 times per year, which reset on December 31st. If you spend 10 plus years here at the Disneyland Resort or with the Disney company, you get something called a silver main entrance pass, which pretty much means you plus your dependents, so in my case, you know, 3, can get in as many times as I want every year, as long as we are not blocked out. Another cool feature about working here is all your laundry is done by the resort. So like, since I ride my bike to work every day, I just go up to Cast Costuming and pick out the uniform or the costume. Here at the Disneyland Resort, we don't call them uniforms, we call them costumes, since we are all playing a role here. And I go check out my costume, and then I just return it every day, and they clean it for no fee at all. Yeah, completely free. Which is also good, because if you spill something on it, you just go up to Cow's Costuming and grab a new one. Another cool feature is we have our own credit union here on the Disneyland Resort property called Partners. They go over it during your traditions class. And very good because they can refinance your car loan and open up a savings account for you. I just signed up for them last week, so I'm going to see how they go. We also have a pharmacy backstage. We also have an athletic trainer. We have various cast dining spots backstage, so if you're, you know, didn't bring your lunch, you can always go eat somewhere backstage. What else? We also have something called Magic backstage. Like right now, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride is near complete. It is opening up, I believe, May 27th. So sometimes they give away tickets to go ride it before anybody else can, which is really cool. I know right before they closed Tower of Terror, they gave away a bunch of final ride tickets. So a bunch of cast members got to ride it before they closed it for the final time. We also have a company D store. Anything in the resort that doesn't sell or anything outdated, like they just renovated a bunch of Grand Californian hotel rooms. So a bunch of the mini refrigerators went on sale at our company D store for, I believe it was like $45, which was heck of a deal. But yeah, that's pretty much about where I work here in California. The resort is very, very large. But I'd say if you're interested in applying, definitely put in for it, especially in security, because they're hiring a bunch of people. You do not need your guard card, because you will get it here. That's one thing Disney does, is they train you. They don't require any, from what I last check, they don't require any previous security experience. What's also cool is that, let's say after your probation, which is 4 months, if let's say you don't like your job, you can always transfer to something else inside the resort. So you don't like security, you want to try out attractions. After 4 months, all you do is put in a transfer request, and in no time you'll be in attractions. I also didn't mention you get a discount on pretty much everything in the resort. So as a normal full-time cast member, part-time cast member, you get 20% off merchandise inside the resort and at Disney stores. During the holidays, they bump it up to 40%, which is pretty awesome in case you need to go holiday shopping. 40% drops a lot of the pricing since everything is pretty expensive here at the resort. You also get 20% off dining, which makes it a little bit more affordable to eat in the park. But yeah, if you have any questions about working at Disneyland or anything in general, just please drop it in the comments or message me privately, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But since I pretty much ran out of things to talk about, that will be the end of this photo vlog number 2. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments. See you next time.